Okay, this is just a quick video to talk about, is there a difference between made in Japan and not made in Japan for watches? So first of all, let's get some definitions out of the way. When we're talking about made in Japan, we're talking about the guts of the watch is made in Japan and it's actually assembled in Japan. Okay, and I point to this watch because this is actually assembled in Japan, and it even says so on the back of it. It says made in Japan. It's covered up by the band, but this is actually made in Japan. This one, it says the movement is made in Japan, but it says nowhere on the back of the watch that it's actually made in Japan. So what does that mean? Well, made in Japan, as everybody knows, is literally a brand these days, having made in Japan, and it's a great marketing thing to say something is made in Japan, especially something to do with technology. So I would imagine this is assembled somewhere outside of Japan, but the guts of it, that the workings, the movement, if you like, is actually made in Japan. So is there a difference in quality between something which is made in Japan and something which is not? These have both got two different movements in them. And to my surprise, this made in Japan, and this is a limited edition too. This is a limited edition, a special edition PVD coated Aqualand 200 diving model, Promaster model. The second hand doesn't always line up on the second markers, right? The registers, it does after a while. It will come on part of the dial, but not 100%. This one is labeled a professional watch, and it also only covers part of the markers. Now, I don't know. Now, I know these are pretty much fully charged up. This has got a pretty much full charge on it, and so is this one. This has never been let go whatsoever. So it's not because, you know, the thing is, you know, trying to do the 2-second tick when they're not charged. So what I'm saying is, one made in Japan, one made not. There's some quality control issues, I would say there, citizen, if you've got this, you know, made in Japan model here, and the second hand is not lining up exactly like it's lining up there now. You can see that pretty much a little bit out there now. Yeah, okay. And for the money, now these watches now, this particular model here, just look around for the 300 meter saturation diver, either this one or the other PVD with the luminous green minute hand on there. And these things are now like getting pretty rare and very expensive. So I would say, well, they're not a cheap watch. Okay, I'm not going to talk about price, but you know, they're not cheap. That's all I'm going to say. And I would expect these things to line up precisely. It's lining up there now, but I know it doesn't at all times. So that's a bit weird, that, for me. So yeah, other than that, the build quality of both watches, they're two different watches intended, two different diving markets. Here, you know, certainly taking the beating on my wrist, caving, you know, and water activities. Yeah. So I don't believe there's any difference really in whether one's made in Japan, assembled in Japan, or assembled somewhere else. They've both got Japanese-made movements. Yeah, the quality seems exactly the same. Bush Camping Tools here. Thanks for watching.